Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. So it is, let me see, actually my phone is you guys. So it is September, let's see on my laptop, September 13th, and my birthday is October 3rd. Libra gang. It's like I don't really kind of believe in that stuff anymore. But yeah, so today, from the title, as you saw, I am going to be telling you some of my lessons that I've learned in life that God has given me. Some of them were excruciatingly hard, and some of them were, no, let's just say all of them were very hard, and I had to learn the hard way with a lot of these lessons. I feel like every day you're learning, and when you are growing with God, you are getting so much downloads and so much like wisdom being put into your spirit that it's almost as if like you're learning lessons every day, but these are just lessons that I can think of, if that makes sense, and I can also give you guys bonus ones as well. Okay guys, so as you could tell, I have my notes here in my Google Docs. These are not in order, but number one is always stick up for yourself and always speak up for yourself. I can be very quiet, but people will be surprised when I actually do use my voice and I do actually stick up for myself. It just gives you, when you do stick up for yourself and you speak up on like when a boundary is crossed, or when you don't feel like you're being treated right, or if somebody is treating you and talking to you in a very disrespectful way, it shows a level of self-respect. So yeah, it really shows a level of self-respect for you, because you don't want to be treated like that, so you're not going to allow others, like you don't treat yourself like that, so you're not going to allow others to, if that makes sense. Number two, this one I'm still struggling with, learning to say no. Okay, you do not need to be everyone's superhero. So again, back to boundaries and learning how to say no. Like I can give you an example. One of my coworkers, I said I will think about it, about taking one of his shifts, and then I ended up not, because I picked up another shift on another day. So, and honestly, when you were never taught to say no, you fear that you're going to be rejected if you do say no, or it's like whiplash, like somebody's going to just go full narcissistic rage on you. It happens, and I'm here to tell you that you can say no. Again, it is a level of self-respect and self-love when you say no, and no to, if you don't want to watch a movie, or if you don't want to eat that type of food, or if you don't want, it can be as little as like, taking your rest days to actually rest and say no to social media, no to the outside world. It's just whatever no's that you have been struggling with. If you have been, learn how to overcome that uncomfortable feeling of what people will feel when you do say no. Three, this one is very close to home, is meeting your needs and not abandoning yourself. Just take care of yourself. And I don't think self-care is all about, doing your makeup, getting dressed, getting your nails done, your hair done, your toes done. That is a part of your physical self-care. But if your spirit is broken and your heart is shattered, that is where the healing and, the meeting your needs and self-care comes in as well. So yeah. And not abandoning yourself. I'm still working on this, but again, just not putting others before yourself and your feelings, and not denying your feelings, and realizing that your feelings very much so do matter and that they are valid. Number 4 is probably one of my favorite lessons I've ever learned in my life, and it is God is your source for everything. I'm going to repeat that. God is your source for everything. Do not put your trust in man. Do not put your trust in your boyfriend, your mom, your gram, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. Do not put trust in strangers. God is always going to be the source for your healing, for your provision, for your abundance, your finances, your spouse, your home. Like, he is the source for everything. He is a source for when you feel broken. Don't go to drugs, don't go to alcohol, go to God, and he will restore you. This one, number 5, is kind of like the same thing. Stop people pleasing. No need to beg for people to like you. Make sure you like you. And this is another thing that I've been going through. If you want people to like you, like yourself. Start to like yourself and not worry about if someone else likes you, because not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay. I feel like we need to accept that not everyone is everyone's cup of tea, if that makes sense. Take care of your looks and appearances. Now, I know this is kind of contradicting to what I said about like self-care is more than just that, but you do want to take care of yourself. You do want to put sunscreen on. It doesn't have to be a full face of makeup, but if you do your skincare, the sunscreen, and like I have press-on nails, but they have to be short because I do work in the culinary industry. So doing your nails, that is very key, but it is not everything to self-care. Let me just make a disclaimer for that. But yeah, so taking care of your appearance and eating right. I'm about to be 23 in a month, and people say I look like I'm 16. It's because I'm taking care of myself from the inside, and on the outside it shows, if that makes sense. Number 7, family isn't always going to support you. Strangers will support you quicker. I was just talking about this with my boyfriend, and about how a lot of us grow up with dysfunctional families, so if you know, you know. But they're not always going to support you. And just like how, I don't know what story it is, but I don't know what story it is in the Bible where he has all these brothers and he tells them about the dream that God gave him, and they envy him and they despise him, and then they worked against him, put him in the lion's den. I'm pretty sure it was David. But there's also scripture that like your own enemies will be in your own household. So yeah, like take it with a grain of salt. You will meet your soul family. You will meet people along your way who are very genuine and do love you and care for you. Number 8, one-sided relationships. Learn to find a give and take balance in relationships. Learn how to, find people who also love to give to you instead of just taking and taking and taking and taking. And a part of us givers, we allow it, and we need to stop allowing it, okay? Number 9, try new things, take risks, try new clothes, trends, doing your makeup in a different way, changing things up. You don't want to be basic Britney. You don't want to always do your hairstyle the same way. You want to switch it up, try new things, see what feels good to you, And number 10 is kind of the same thing. Always improve yourself, drink water, self-care, healthy living, eating and exercising. It's going to make you look youthful, feel youthful. It's going to help you attract better in life. 11 is think about what you're thinking. Most of the times your thoughts are on repeat and ruminating. A lot of people who have trauma can definitely realize, or people who have trauma know when I'm talking about those thoughts that like keep playing. Like, let's just say for example, like the switching, I'm not good enough. A lot of the times we grow up with like if we have, whether that's father wounds or mother wounds, we grew up not feeling good enough. So that can replay in your mind, feeling unlovable or feeling like, whatever the case may be. you have to switch that, because that is from, you know, your trauma and your wounding and whatever the case may be. So think about what you're thinking about. Sometimes it's garbage. Sometimes, you know, you can be thinking about, like, you know, starting a business. You could be thinking about how to elevate your life. You could be thinking about and meditating on God instead of your problems, which I will leave that video at the end of this video for you guys to check out. But yeah, so just being able to, you know, think about what it is you're thinking about, okay? Please. Number 12 is learn how to have authentic relationships with others. No more superficial relationships. And I think, again, back to trauma, when you had to hide who you really are, it is hard when you are in your adult life to really have those really flourishing, nurturing, nourishing, you know, healthy relationships, because everything was so superficial. You know, superficial relationships, you know, you'll see a lot of girls on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and it seems like they are best friends, and they're really not. You know, they really are very superficial with each other, or even just, you know, a lot of family members as well, a lot of co-workers. A lot of things are superficial. Like, every time I ask people, hey, how you doing? They'll be like, good. And I think good is just like a response that we have towards people. And I think that, you know, it's very superficial, because a lot of the times we are not feeling okay, but because we are scared to show people how we really feel, or feel like they won't care, you know, we don't show it. So we'll just say, I'm okay, or I'm good, you know. So yeah, we definitely have to work on that as a society. But okay, we are going to go to number 13. It's okay not to be okay. Pressure to always be happy with life, and it just causes toxic positivity. It's okay that you're working through your trauma and it doesn't feel so good. You're so brave to work through things that people are terrified to take a look at, and I just want to acknowledge that you are incredibly brave for, you know, feeling those really strong feelings that a lot of people shy away from and shun away. Very brave, and I give credit to you like crazy, because we are going through it together and we got this. Okay, so number 14 is working on your femininity and letting go of all that masculine toxic energy. Now, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us, but it's about, you know, when a woman is more in her masculine, she is having a really hard time receiving, and a really hard time with, you know, just what she's feeling inside of her body. And I think trauma can also cause a woman to, you know, not really be in her feminine, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just think that we need to be more kind to ourselves and do the healing work that needs to be done. This one is kind of the same thing, number 16. Not everyone is going to like you, and that's okay. But I kind of want to switch it up and say that it is also okay to not have friends. This generation has made it seem like your life cannot be fruitful without friends, and I am here to tell you that that is not the case. I would rather be by myself and know that I am genuine to myself than be around people who are fake and snakes and don't really have your best interests at heart, you know? And it's never worth it it's never worth it, and you should always just choose to heal that loneliness rather than, you know, stay in that toxic situation. Having a sense of self in a relationship, keep doing things that make you happy, and keep hobbies and friends. Pretty self-explanatory. Going back to God being the source of everything in your life. Don't make other people God. Forgiving people, carrying anger is terrible for you, okay? You're holding on to poison, in that person, it's like everyone knows this. It's like you're holding on to the poison and you're the only one getting hurt. I would just recommend praying to God that He heals your heart from, all the pain that they've caused you that's not really allowing you to forgive. A lot of times we think that when we forgive, what they've done is justable, but it's never is. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiving somebody is for you, so you can move on and live a happy life, So yeah. Number 19 is meet people for yourself. Everyone has an opinion, and opinions are cheap. And I love this one. I think this is probably my second one, because a lot of people will talk crap about a person, but you have to see who they really are, because a lot of times that person can be talking from hate, jealousy, envy, bitterness, coldness. You have to really see people for yourself. You can never allow somebody to say, I don't like this person, they did this, this, and that, and then now you have an idea in your head. No, you have to see for yourself, okay? Please. Okay, so 20 is slow down and stop rushing life. It is not a race, and it's definitely going to go by super fast. So savor little moments. What I could be doing right now. Slow down. Life is not a race, okay? And then you're gonna look back and be like, wow, I rushed through life, instead of just enjoying the littlest things of the littlest things that you will never get back. So yeah. Number 21 is, okay, sorry guys, it's the same thing. It's okay to not have friends. Many of us need to learn how to become our own best friend. So I guess number 21 is learning how to be your own best friend. Learn about you, learn what you like, what you dislike. Learn what makes you angry, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you, full of joy and love. What is your favorite candy? What is your favorite dish? What is your favorite movie? What is your favorite thing to do? What is, learn about you, learn you. Learn to be your own best friend, because at the end of the day, you come in this world alone, you're gonna die alone. And you just have to, really, you have to learn how to be your own best friend, and to love yourself, and to nourish yourself, and to be there for yourself when you're sad, and comfort yourself. Like I said, if you want love, love yourself. If you want people to like you, like yourself. What you are seeking outside is what you're really seeking inside. And a lot of the times we are just seeking to be our own friend, and to be loved, and to be nurtured, and to be hugged. Okay? So my last and final tip, guys, is know that you are here for a reason and a purpose, even if you haven't figured that out yet. And I have not figured out my purpose yet, but that is okay, because I feel like you are still walking. Wherever God is placing your feet, it is contributing to your purpose. And whether that's your purpose or your gifts, your talents, whatever it is, it's always leading to that, even though you may not know why you went through something, it is a part of your purpose. So yeah. So I'm just gonna give you guys a quick little thing that I wrote. It's kind of personal, but I want to get personal with you guys, because these lessons I've learned, and so many others that I've learned, are very valuable. And I really hope you guys take these take them and run, A lot of these lessons I've learned the hard way, very, very hard ways. So yeah, this is a letter to my younger self. Dear little me, you're 22 right now, and honestly, you have been through so much. Your older self is so brave and bold and courageous, and still has one of the biggest hearts I know. But you have boundaries now, and at one point you put up walls to shut people out of your heart and emotions, because people mistreated you for a while. You thought you deserved it in some fucked up way. But if I could go back and be a little you one more time, or even with the wisdom I know, I would be much happier and in a better place than where I am now. I feel like I spent most of my time trying to heal everything you've been through and all the childhood neglect you faced. But back to you, dear younger self. You were always loved, and I know you had such a hard time feeling or believing that you were. You were really beautiful, and if I was your mom, I would remind you of that every day. Never a day would go by that I would make you feel less than, or make you feel like you weren't enough. This is why I'm working so hard on my healing, not only for myself, but my future girl. Dear little me, you were smart, brave, and always adventurous, that sometimes you got into trouble, but the memories I have will always be worth it. Being you was a privilege. Being able to wake up with you every day was a gift, and I wouldn't want to walk through this journey with any other little girl. Thank you for not going up when you had to face the Thank you for not giving up when you have had to face the hardest and loneliest days of your life. When you had no one to talk to, and when most nights you had to cry yourself to sleep because you were terrified of rejection. Or the times when you felt like an alien around your peers, families, and friends. Thank you for not giving up on me. You knew I would make it, so the pain was worth it. Dear little me. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more of me, and I will see you in the next one. I love you guys. Bye.